Hello everyone, welcome to our channel V1 Education. In previous class we discussed about polynomials, right? So in that we covered division algorithm and quadratic polynomial. So if you missed those classes, I given link in description, you can check that one. Today we are going to discuss about our remaining topics, cubic polynomial and graphical method. So in divisions already be done, right? So the relation is what? P of x is equals to g of x into q of x plus r of x, right? So we done various methods, direct one and when given zeros in a root form, right? And we saw the quadratic polynomial, how to find the quadratic polynomial and the relation between zeros and coefficients we done. So we have the quadratic formula k of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is about a quadratic polynomial. Today we are going to discuss about a cubic polynomial. The topic is about a cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial, and I will see what is the relation between zeros and coefficients. So first we'll see what is the general form of the cubic polynomial. We know, let I'm considering p of x equals to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is a standard form of the cubic polynomial where a is not equal to 0. If a becomes 0, it becomes what? A quadratic polynomial, right? And I'm considering the zeros as alpha, beta and gamma. Alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of the cubical polynomial. Okay. Now we'll see. Suppose I'm saying x equals to 5 is a 0 of the polynomial. That means what is the factor becomes plus 5 becomes minus 5. So x minus 5 is the factor of the polynomial. Suppose x equals to minus 2 is a 0 of the polynomial, then it becomes minus 2 becomes plus 2. X plus 2 is a factor of the polynomial. Like that. Now we are taking here what are the zeros means alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros. In that case x equals to alpha is the 0, then what is the factor becomes x minus alpha is the factor. Second case beta. So x equals to beta plus beta becomes minus beta. Gamma, x minus gamma. Now we'll compare here. So ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equals to. Now we are doing here what are factors. First one is what? Alpha means, that means what? X minus alpha into beta, x minus beta and into x minus gamma are the factors now. So these factors I am considering with a k of, where k indicates here any constant. Okay, just I'm taking here RHS value. We'll expand this one to know the relation between zeros and coefficients. I'm considering the RHS means I'm multiplying these terms. Okay, this is equals to, starting from here. So this will be same here, k of constant of. So first I'm multiplying these two, x minus alpha into x minus beta. So x into x becomes x square and minus is a minus, and x into beta is x beta or beta x. Clear? Now with minus alpha you have to multiply these two terms again. Minus into plus becomes minus. Alpha into x is alpha x or x alpha. Completed. Now symbol minus into minus becomes plus. Alpha into beta is alpha beta. We multiply first two. Then what's the last one? X minus gamma. Now again I am multiplying here is equals to constant of. Now with x I am multiplying this total term. Now what becomes here? X into x square becomes x cube. Minus into plus becomes minus. X into x is x square, and here beta is I'm writing same. Minus into plus becomes minus. X into x is x square. Alpha writing same. Plus into plus is plus. X into alpha beta is x alpha beta. Completed. Okay, with this x I multiply this total term. Now what is the remaining here? Minus gamma. With now minus gamma, we had to multiply this total term again. Now minus into plus becomes minus x square into gamma is the x square gamma. Now second what is there here? Minus is there. Minus into minus becomes plus x beta into gamma is x beta gamma. Now completed. Now remaining what is there here? Minus into minus is plus x alpha into gamma is x alpha gamma. Now last one, plus into minus is minus alpha beta into gamma is alpha beta gamma. Okay, just do slowly. Maybe it will be confused. Just you have to know the symbols first. Okay, we multiply total term. Now we'll see here what are the common factors we are having. We'll see here k of x cube only having degree 3. I'm writing as it is. While coming to x square beta, x square alpha, x square gamma. Is in this minus x square common is there. I am taking minus x square is a common factor. Now what is the remaining here? Beta plus alpha plus gamma. Okay, if you check here, minus into plus minus, minus into plus minus, minus into plus minus, we got x square is a common factor here. Now in the remaining here x having a same here. So here plus x I am taking as a common factor. If you take here x as a common factor, what is the remaining here? Alpha beta plus x common, what is the remaining here? Beta gamma plus x common, what is the remaining here? Alpha gamma. Completed. Now what is the remaining? Simple, minus alpha into beta into gamma. Yes, just I took a common factor here, x square minus x square took common here, and the remaining here x I took a common here, then we got this one. Now just what I am doing here, with k I am multiplying this total term. Now k into x cube minus k into x square into alpha beta gamma. This one I just arranged in order, alpha beta gamma, plus k into x, kx into same alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha or alpha gamma, that's same, minus k into alpha beta gamma, k into alpha beta gamma. Yes, it may be little bit confused. Just to do slowly, you will get the answer. Okay, na? Now this one we had to compare with what? The standard form of the cubic polynomial. What is the standard form of the cubical polynomial here? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equals to, now this one we had right, k of kx cube minus kx square into alpha plus beta plus gamma plus kx into alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha minus k into alpha beta gamma. Now we had to compare. Now we had to compare these two. So LHS and RHS. Now we'll compare here. Now see here, x cube same is there. Now here what you can say about here value? K is equals to A or A is equals to K. Okay. Now comparing to the x square same is there. Now what is the quotient of x square here? B is equals to x square. What is the remaining here? Minus k of alpha plus beta plus gamma. Completed. Now x same is there. Here x quotient what is there here? C. Now C is equals to x remaining what is here? K of alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. And D is the constant and D is equals to what is the remaining? Minus k of alpha beta gamma. Just this is the comparison, comparing the standard with the here factors we got it, we multiplied right here. So just I am comparing these two. Now with these values we have to find the relation between zeros and coefficients. Now see, come on, we'll see first. First we will see sum of zeros. Sum of zeros. Sum means addition. First one, this one, I am comparing this one. Means alpha plus beta plus gamma. Sum of zeros means alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to, this multiplication becomes a division. Nothing but minus b by k. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to b is there. This multiplication becomes division. B by minus k, nothing but minus b by k. But we know minus b by from here, what is the value of k? K is equals to, we get it as a minus b by a. This implies sum of the zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to minus b by a. Okay. Then next, what is this? This is sum and product. At a time we took here sum and product. Sum and product at a time. That means what? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Check it here. Is equals to, multiplication becomes a division. So c by k. C by k. We know c by k means what is the value we are having here? A. C by a. This implies alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equals to c by a. Sum and product at a time when we took here. And the last one is what? Product of zeros. Only product. Product means what is it? Alpha beta gamma. Alpha beta so d by this becomes division. So minus k. This is equals to d by minus k means what is it here? A minus d by a. Nothing but alpha beta gamma is equals to minus d by a. So this is the relation between zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. Okay. So just once we'll recall this one, what happened. So relation, so standard form with zeros and factors. We multiplied and then we compared here. We got the relation between zeros and coefficients. Here alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros and a, b, c. These are the coefficients. So this is the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Is it okay? So we'll see this one by observing a question. Okay. So we have a question. Verify that 1 minus 1 and minus 3 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial x cube plus 3x squared minus x minus 3, and check the relationship between zeros and coefficients. That means what? First we have to verify that 1 minus 1 minus 3 are the zeros. That means if you replace in a given polynomial 1 minus 1 minus 3, we had to get compulsory answer as 0. Then only those are the zeros, otherwise not a 0. Then we had to check the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Okay. So first we will verify these are zeros or not. So given cubic polynomial is equals to what here? P of x is equals to x cube plus 3x squared minus x minus 3. Okay. So this one will compare with the standard form of the cubic polynomial. So what is the standard form of the cubic polynomial? P of x equals to ax cube plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Now we'll compare with these two. Okay. Now compare here. A is equals to nothing but x cube same is another. Then a value what here? Nothing that means here 1. Then x square. So b is equals to what's the value? X square quotient is 3, and the constant c x quotient not that means you should consider as 1, nothing but minus symbolizer minus 1, and constant d is equals to minus 3. So just we are comparing first. Okay. Now this is just a comparison, but what you have to do, we have to verify that 1 minus 1 minus 3 are the zeros of this polynomial. Okay. Now see, here I am doing this one. First I am considering P of 1. I am replacing 1 in the given polynomial. So replacing here 1. So now here, because what, in the place of x we had to replace 1. Nothing but it becomes 1 cube plus 3x square. 3 into x means 1 is there and x having square, writing as it is, minus x means we are taking here 1 and minus 3. This is equal to 1 cube means 1 plus 1 square means 1. 3 ones are 3 minus 1 and minus 3. Now plus 1 minus 1 plus 3 minus 3 cancel, then the answer is 0. Yes. For one is verified as a zero of the polynomial. In second case, what we had to do? We had to consider p of minus 1. Now again, in this given polynomial, we had to replace how much here now? Minus 1. X cube, that indicates minus 1 whole cube, and plus 3 of x means what is it here? Minus 1, and x here having square as it is. And in question, minus is writing as it is, and x is here. X means here minus 1. This is question minus 1, and this is what? Polynomial minus 1. And what's the remaining here? Minus 3. Now we know minus 1 whole cube means minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Nothing but when power is odd is there, having here minus, you will get the minus 1 only. Minus sign. Symbol minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Because odd is there, you will get minus sign only here. Plus square is there. Here power is even is there. Minus 1 into minus 1 means it becomes a plus 1. Okay. So 3 ones are 3. Now minus to minus becomes plus. So plus 1 and minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3. Minus 1 plus 1 cancel. So answer is 0. Yes, sir. Minus 1 also verified as the 0 of the given polynomial. Then last one is what is there? Minus 3. Now we had to replace in the place of x how much? Minus 3. So p of minus 3. Come on. Now replace in this given polynomial x cube. That indicates minus 3 whole cube plus 3 times of x square. X means what is there here? Minus 3 whole square. And here symbol is minus is there. And x means here minus 3. And the remaining also minus 3. Don't confuse, all are in 3 years only. Now see, power is what is there? Odd is there. Minus 1 will come. 3 cube means 3 3s are 9. 9 3s are 27. Plus minus 3 whole square means 3 square means 9. Minus 2 minus is plus. 9 3s are again 27. Minus 2 minus is plus and minus 3. Okay, plus minus will be cancelled, plus minus will be cancelled. So the answer is 0. That means what? Here therefore 1, minus 1 and minus 3 are the zeros. Zeros of what is the given polynomial? X cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3. So first we are verified. As a given question, we are verified. Now what did we do? We had to check the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Okay. Now we'll see here. So we know right relation, sum of the zeros and sum and product at a time and product. Okay. Now we'll write here again. So what are zeros here? First we will write here. As we took here, a equals to 1, b equals to 3, c equals to minus 1, and d equals to minus 3. So we verified a zero side. So now nothing but first one, alpha is equals to 1, beta is equals to minus 1, and gamma is equals to minus 3. Now we had to see the relation between these zeros and coefficients. So first one, sum of the zeros, nothing but sum of the zeros, nothing but alpha plus beta plus gamma. First one, sum alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to what the formula? Minus b by a. So first we'll solve this one. Alpha plus beta plus gamma. So 1 plus beta means minus 1 plus gamma means minus 3. So that is equals to 1 minus 1 is 0 and the plus and minus is minus. So 0 minus 3 is equals to minus 3 we got. Now what is the relation? Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to minus b by a. So minus b by a. So minus b value what is there here? 3 by a value 1. 3 by 1 nothing but minus 3. Yes, we got these two are equal. So nothing but verified. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to minus b by a. We verified first one. Second one what? Sum and product at a time. So what the formula? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equals to c by a. C by a. That means first we will verify this one. So alpha value what is there here? 1 into beta value minus 1 plus beta value minus 1 into gamma value minus 3 plus gamma value again minus 3 into alpha value 1. Yes, is it okay? Then 1 ones are 1. Which one? Minus 1. So plus to minus is minus. Minus to minus is plus. So 1 3s are 3. Plus to minus is minus. 3 ones are 3. So minus 3 plus 3 cancel. So what is the answer we got? Minus 1. So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equals to what the formula? C by A. Now C means what is here? Minus 1 by A means 1. Minus 1 by 1 nothing but minus 1. Yes, these two are equal. We got nothing but alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equals to C by A. Verified. Now the last one is the product of zeros. Alpha into beta into gamma is equals to what the formula? Minus D by A. That means these two should be equal. We had to get. So alpha is what is here? 1 into beta value minus 1 into gamma value minus 3. So 1 ones are 1 and 1 3s are 3. Minus and minus becomes plus. So we got a value as alpha beta gamma is equals to 3. Now minus D by A. Minus D value what is there here? Minus 3 by A value. A value how much is there here? 1. So minus to minus is plus. 3 by 1 means 3 only. That means 3 equals to 3. So we can verify, we can written as we can write as alpha beta gamma is equals to minus D by A. Nothing but here 3 equals to 3. Got same. Here minus 1 is equals to minus 1. And here minus 3 is equals to minus 3. Hence we verified. Okay, so this is a maybe have a chance to get a question. Cubical polynomial, just we had to verify, means we had to replace the values. Compulsory will get a 0 here. Then you had to compare with here this one. So 0 is considered as the alpha beta gamma, coefficients considered as the A B C D, and verify the relation. Okay, so this is about the topic A, cubic polynomial. Okay, yes. And a problem, very easy problem this one. Just to maybe it will take some time. Just to squaring and addition subtraction, only that one only is there. Okay, just observe clearly, you'll understand. Just try to do 2-3 times, you will get very easily. So the next topic, nothing but the last topic is about graph of polynomial. So how will you draw the graph of a polynomial? Very, very important question. 100% you'll get a 4 marks question. So first of all, we'll see how will you draw the graph? Nothing but with the coordinates of x and y. We'll compare the coordinates of x and y. We'll draw the graph. Suppose the polynomial, just I'm considering as suppose f of x or p of x, where I'm taking the points, all the points of x and y. Then we'll locate as where y is equals to f of x. With respect to the y, we'll find the polynomial. So the coordinates of x and y, if you take the polynomial f of x, then with respect to x and y, we'll take the graph as y equals to f of x. So to draw the graph of a polynomial, we are having 3 different types of solutions we are having. First one is about a linear polynomial. First one is about a linear polynomial. So how will you draw the graph of a linear polynomial? Means nothing but the degree should be 1. So first we will see the standard form of the linear. Nothing but what is there? Ax plus b, where degree is 1 and where a is not equals to 0. Nothing but what the solution will get here? X equals to minus b by a. X equals to minus b by a. Nothing but 0. So to how will you draw the graph? Means you will get a straight line. If you replace the values, suppose take any linear equation, suppose 2x plus 4. So then how will you get the graph? Means you will get a straight line. You will get a straight line. The nature of a linear polynomial when a graph means you have to say what? Straight line. Then second one is about a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. So this is we will get a compulsory question, 4 marks question. Draw the graph of the quadratic polynomial. Very, very important. So while drawing this one, we having nothing but first we will see the standard form of the quadratic polynomial. No, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 is the standard form of the quadratic polynomial where a is not equal to 0. So what is the nature of the graph means you will get a compulsory two zeros. Maximum you will get two zeros. So maybe you will get zeros or maybe 1 0, maybe two zeros. The maximum you will get a compulsory two zeros. So we are having two types of conditions here. Means three types of conditions. First one is about if you got two zeros. If you got two zeros, so the nature of the graph will be like this. Maybe means it touches the x-axis at two distinct points. Maybe like this also you will get. So this type of graph we call this as a parabola. This graph is called as a parabola. Nothing but you are getting an U shape, right? This is called what a parabola. Suppose if you got only 1 0. 1 0 means if you got a common zero, nothing but maybe 1 comma 1 or minus 1 comma minus 1, like that you got the same solutions, then you will get a graph like this. Again like this. It touches only one point to the x-axis. Third condition, no zeros. If zeros are not possible, then it won't touch the x-axis. Like this you will get. So these are the three different types. So when we have two zeros, when you have 1 0, and you having no zeros. Okay. Now last one is about a cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. We know the general condition. What's the standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is the standard form of the cubic polynomial where a is not equal to 0. Then in this type you will get maximum 3 zeros and the nature of the graph is in a curve shape, nothing but a bending shape you will get like this. Okay, so with irrespective of linear and cubic, so we'll get what 100% question how to draw a quadratic polynomial, nothing but graphical representation we have to show. Okay, now we'll see. We will take one textual question, then we'll solve that question. Okay, na? Okay. Okay, so textual question from exercise 3.2. This third bit, first question. The question is draw the graph of the polynomial p of x equals to x square minus x minus 12 and find its zeros. Find its zeros and justify the answer. First of all, we had to find the zeros, then we had to justify. So solution I am taking here, p of x equals to x square minus x minus 12 is a polynomial given. So this one I am doing in a box form. So box form I am doing. So you can do normal also. You can simply replace 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. You can do like that also. Just I am taking a box method here. So for that one, so first we had to consider the values of x here. So x we had to consider first. Now coming here, what's the form is there first here? X square. Then what is there here? First two had to consider nothing but x square minus x. So first you will take x values, then you will do square of that one. Then you have to subtract x square minus x. So we have right here x square minus x. Clear? Then we have to write the constant. So what the constant is here? Minus 12. Just I am writing 12. After finding this one, we will do subtraction from this one. Okay, after finding x square minus x, we will subtract this 12. And then we have to consider the total value. Nothing but these three terms you have to consider. X square minus x and minus 12. Nothing but the total term. Nothing but p of x, or you can consider this as y also. Y or p of x. Then last we have to look at the points x and y. X and y are the points we had to locate. Clear? Once again see here. First of all we had to consider x. Then we had to write x square. Then take first two terms. Then what is here? X square minus x. So this x square. From this x square we had to subtract this x. So you will get the value of here x square minus x. Then we have to take the constant. Constant is there here 12. So minus is there, but I am not writing minus here. So after finding the value, we directly will subtract this 12. Okay. Then total. So this one minus this one, you will get the values of y or p of x. Then we will locate first one and last one. Nothing but x and y. With the x, with respect of x and y, we will draw the graph. Clear? So what I am doing here, just I am taking the values from negative to positive, taking minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the values I am considering. So some negative and some positive. So why we have to consider these only means you can consider any values, but we have to get compulsory 2 zeros. Okay, so after solving, after doing justification, you will understand it very easily. Okay, now come on, maximum values will consider from here only. So negative to positive, from -3 to -4 is enough for any question. So but if you have doubt, means first do justification yourself side, then you go to the values. Okay, come on, we'll move to the sum here. Come on, first what is the x values we took here already. Now x square means we have to do square of this x. So what is there here? -3 whole square. -3 whole square means -3 we have to multiply 2 times. That means -3 into -3. 3 3s are 9, and minus is plus. Think about 9. So when having negative, if you having square as the even, compulsory will get a positive only here. Okay. Now -2 whole square means -2 into -2, nothing but +4. -1 whole square, 1 ones are 1 only. Minus is that means power is even, you will get positive. 0 square means 0. X means now 1. 1 square means 1. X means now here 2. 2 square means 4. Now x means 3. 3 square means 9. Now x means here 4. 4 square means 16. For every question you will get a square same. Okay. So -3 or +3, -2 or +2, -1 or +1, both are having same squares. Okay. Now what you have to do? X square minus x, this one minus this one. So x square minus x. So just here I am writing here. X square value what is there here? 9 is there, and symbol is minus. Now x value what is there here? -3. So here this minus is separate and x value is separate. So now minus to minus becomes plus. 9 plus 3 is 12. X square value now 4 here. Minus to minus is plus. Now 4 plus 2, 6. Now x square value what is there here? 1. Minus to minus is plus. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now 0 minus 0 is 0 only. Now x square minus x, nothing but 1 minus 1 is 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. 16 minus 4 is 12. So again, just once again listen here. Here having minus, that's why we multiplied here. Minus to minus becomes plus, but here not there. So 4 minus to plus becomes minus. Then 4 minus 2 is simply 2. Okay, once again you check properly here. So if you do 2 or 3 times, I will get it very easily. Okay, then constant what is it here? 12. So 12 we have to write as it is. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Whatever the constant. 7 is that means you write all 7s. Suppose 10 is that means you write all 10s. Like that you have to write. Now the last condition. Already we got the x square minus x here. Then we have to subtract -12. That means x square minus x minus 12. So we have to subtract now. 12 minus 12. Simply keep here all minus. Now 12 minus 12 is 0. 6 minus 12 is 6. 2 is a greater number having minus symbol. So minus we have to keep here. 2 minus 12 is a minus 10. 0 minus 12 is a minus 12. 0 minus 12 is a minus 12. 2 minus 12 is a minus 10. Check it if your doubt means 2 minus 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. 12 is a greater number having minus symbol, so minus. 6 minus 12 is a minus 6. And 12 minus 12 is 0. 12 minus 12 is 0. So we got this is nothing but p of x, or we can consider as y also. Now look at the points x comma y. So x means how much is it? What we took here? -3. Then what is the answer? 0. Here -2. What is the answer? -6. Here what is it? -1. And here -10. And 0 -12. 1 -12. 2 -10. 3 -6. 4 is 0. Yes? Did you understand? Just once you check how to do square, you will get it very easily. Now what we have to do means we have to locate this x comma y coordinates on the graph. We have to do the graph now. Come on. Now we'll draw the graph. Okay. So if you want to draw the graph, we have to choose a proper scale on both axes. If you observe here on x axis we are having only normal values, means we are having only one table. While coming to the y axis having up to 12, means we'll consider the 2 table. So that means first we'll write the scale here first. Scale on x axis 1 centimeter is equals to, I am considering 1 unit. Okay, that means here origin. So first this is x and x dash, y and y dash. Okay, positive, negative, positive, negative. So first we will take x-axis as a 1 centimeter equals to 1 unit. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and minus 5. Now coming to axis, we are having up to 12. That's why what I am doing here, on y-axis 1 centimeter is equals to, I am considering 2 units. Means I am considering 2 table. So this means for here 2, 4, 6. So no, not having a more than 0, no, having no positive. So we will consider only negative here. So here minus 2, this is origin 0, 0, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10, minus 12, minus 14, minus 16, so on. We'll write like this. Okay, we choose a scale as x-axis 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit and y-axis 1 centimeter is equals to 2 units. Now we'll plot the graph with x and y. So first one, what is there? Minus 3 comma 0. X-axis minus 3, y-axis 0 means answer is for only minus 3, because on y-axis 0 means on the y having no value, so minus 3 is the answer. And minus 2 comma minus 6, x-axis minus 2, y-axis minus 6. Now we have to choose the intersecting point. Minus 2 minus 6 means we will get the intersecting point here. Okay, then third one, minus 1 comma minus 10, x-axis minus 1, y-axis minus 10. So see, here we will get the intersecting point. We got. Next one, 0 comma minus 12. So 0 means origin x-axis, y-axis is minus 12 means minus 12 is the answer because of 0 and minus 12. Then 1 comma minus 12, x-axis is 1, y-axis is minus 12. 1 and minus 12 intersecting point you got here. Then 2 comma minus 10, x-axis 2, y-axis minus 10, intersecting point got. Now 3 comma minus 6, x-axis 3, y-axis minus 6 and intersecting point minus 6 and 3. And last one, 4 comma 0, x-axis 4, y-axis 0 means no value, so answer is only 4. Okay, so we got the all points here. Now just to join with a freehand curve, so just I'm doing like this. Yes, we got. Okay, so that means what we got, if you observe here, this graphs are nothing but this parabola intersecting the graph in on x-axis at a two distinct point. Those are 4 comma 0 and minus 3 comma 0. That means that these are the zeros of the polynomial. In the question he mentioned find the zeros. Find the zeros. So we got the zeros as what? 4 comma 0 and minus 3 comma 0. That indicates 4 and minus 3 are the zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, and in the question what he asked, we had to justify. We had to justify the answer. Come on, we'll do the justification here. So what is the given polynomial? X square minus x minus 12. Right? So this is the given polynomial. Finding zeros, so I'm equating it to 0. Now take here, if you observe here, if you multiply first and last means you have to get 12. If you add means you have to get the middle one as minus 1. That means we have to check the factors of 12 first. We know 2 6s and 3 4s and 1 12s. So clearly we can get here 3 comma 4 are the factors because 4 is 12 and 4 minus 3 is 1. So we need to get minus means for the big number you have to consider the negative symbol. So this one I'm splitting as x square minus 4x. This one taken as plus 3x minus 12 equals to 0. If you observe here, 4 minus 3 is 1, nothing but minus 1x, plus 1 minus is minus 4 3 is 12, x into x is x square. We got here. Now this implies in these two I am taking x as a common factor. Now what's the remaining here? X minus 4 plus here I am taking 3 as a common factor. What will be remaining? Same. X into x is x square, 4 into x is 4x, 3 into x is 3x, 3 4 is 12. So common factor, take out 1 and the remaining is what? X plus 3 equals to 0. That means what? X minus 4 equals to 0 and x plus 3 equals to 0. Then x equals to minus 4 becomes plus 4 and x equals to plus 3 becomes minus 3. So if you observe here, minus 3 is a factor, nothing but we got minus 3 comma 0 and 4 is a 0, nothing but 4 comma 0. Yes, here also we got minus 3 comma 0 and 4 comma 0. Yes, we done the justification also. Okay, so very important question. Just you have to remember this one. Just try 2 or 3 times, you will get it very easily. And the graph representation is very important. Choose a scale on both axes, on x-axis and y-axis. You will get it very easily. Okay, now so with this our topic is completed. So graph of the polynomials and about cubical polynomial and relations and quadratic polynomial and how to find the quadratic polynomial and relation between zeros and coefficients we done in previous class also. And in first class we done the how to do divisions in a different manner. We observed everything. Okay, so with this these 3 topics are complete. Okay, I hope you got everyone. Thank you so much.